Mistakes absolutely and utterly happen, and they are totally okay to happen. However, what's not okay is for a mistake to repeat itself, which is why we're here today. There was a mistake that was made, and we're trying to never do it again so that we are valued as a good community and as a valuable game as a whole. So, the mistake that happened was a major one that led to a huge delay and huge desperation in the community. And while this was a mistake, I kind of feel like it kind of brought a lot of positives with it as well. And the mistake that I'm talking about is the massive delay of update 2.2. This is something that will never be forgotten about Geometra's history, as this update pretty much took more than half of the game's time span to be fully developed and published for the community to play. Now, this update was already started back in 2016 and got released at the end of 2023. And throughout all these years, we had pretty much no updates, absolutely zero updates from 2018 until 2023. But RobTop has, of course, acknowledged this issue, and he has said that he's gonna have to make sure this does not happen ever again. And how does he want to do that is by simply implementing stuff slowly and finishing the things that he is implementing before adding new stuff. So to make sure that there are no unfinished things in the game that he has to finish, because that was the initial problem with 2.2. There was the platformer mode, there was versus mode, there was a lot of stuff that was added at once and none of them was finished. So it took RobTop quite a while to finish all these things and set things for launch. However, after 2.2 dropped, we've seen a drastic improvement in this case. So we had RobTop pretty much updating the game like 3 major times, like 3 major updates we got. And when I say major, I mean like not these patch updates, these very small updates. I mean like 3 updates where we actually got some new content here and there. And this is great news, honestly, because RobTop is doing what he has promised us. However, the last 5 months, I was kind of getting worried because one of the updates was taking a little bit too long, and I thought we were going to get into the same cycle that we got into in 2.2. And I think right now, we should try our best to make sure this never happens. Every time we see that an update is taking a bit too long, I think we should just try to do something about it, because the longer we wait without an update, the worse the situation is gonna get, the longer the delay is gonna be. However, this update that we've waited for 5 months finally came out with a new feature called the Event tab, and a few other very cool things that RobTop implemented into the game within these 5 months. And this is a great spot to reset everything and kind of start with a plan and make sure that none of the things that happened during the development time of 2.2 happen again here. Because personally, I believe that 5 months for an update is a bit too long if it was this small of an update. But I think if an update had explorers, for example, or this one or that one, then I think 5 or even 7 months would be absolutely justifiable. And I would love to hear what you guys think. What do you guys think? What is like the perfect time for an update? Because RobTop said that he's gonna release 2.3 within 6 months. He said that actually twice. And we don't really know what he meant by that, because at that point 2.2 was supposed to include explorers and be fully finished, but it ended up not being so. So some of these features were basically delayed to an update called 2.21, which means, does RobTop now mean that 6 months within the full development time of 2.2, like after that, or just the initial release of 2.2? I like to believe that he means after Explorers has been out and all the delayed 2.2 features have been out. From there on, we can wait 6 months until the big update comes again. However, honestly, I don't really know if this is gonna happen, because, you know, making a main level is pretty hard, especially for RobTop, because he's pretty slow at this, you gotta say. Hello. But to be honest, now seeing him like kind of for the last pretty much 3 updates prior to 2.2, we've had updates that took quite some time, I must say. Like update 2.0, I believe took 1.5 years, and then update 2.1 took like 2 years, and then 2.2 took like 7 years. So that was definitely an exponential curve. And now seeing that RobTop is actually holding to the promise, we've got a whole year where we got like 5 pretty decent updates. Is I think that's great for the community, because this way we're gonna make sure that this never happens again. This whole annoying wait times for the new updates. However, one thing that I would also like to add to make this like it's like a cherry on top basically is that these updates are surely coming out and new features are getting added. The ones mainly just the ones that were delayed from 2.2. However, I think one thing that RobTop should focus more on is community requested features. And I'm honestly not sure if this is a good idea to basically add things that the community wants, but this is something that RobTop really likes doing. And he has said that he's going to also start a stream on Twitch where he's going to live add new features that the community wants. I think this idea is great. However, I don't know if it's way too good if you focus too much on it, because we might get like some really weird stuff, because some people say we should change the menu of GD. Like, what is bro talking about? We chill in this menu 24/7, bro. Almost all of my videos where I just talk, I'm just chilling in this beautiful menu. And then you want to go ahead and change it? Nah, bro, this ain't happening. So yeah, changes like that are like, no way. But things like being able to unlist your level, so being able to make your level listed again, is something that we definitely need. Or a way to see how many followers somebody has, because you can follow somebody and we don't really know what happened next. Nothing. And maybe more editor required features. For example, I would love to have a seed option over here. That would be excellent. That would make for so much opportunities. It is crazy. And maybe just finish up a bunch of things that were not added into 2.2 that were actually supposed to be added to 2.2. For example, this thing. I think everybody that is a creator can 100% understand why this is a major issue. Small things like this could take RobTop probably like a day to add. Like adding a seed to the particle, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure adding these numbers on the outside of certain triggers that still don't have it is something that wouldn't take that long, and it's just perfect for an update, like a very small update, like a patch update, like 2.208. That would be, I think that's something that would be the cherry on top. And also adding hitboxes to these guys would also be pretty cool. And while you're at it, Rob, you can add to this guy as well, please. Or, just fix this guy, because he has already made this and it is apparently very close to being finished. So doing stuff like this is very, very simple. Okay, I'm not gonna say it's simple. It's probably some headache with the coding and stuff, but I'm saying that it shouldn't take that long. Like, it's not an Explorers type big update, right? I think you guys can all relate on that and can fully understand why this is so important, because at the end of the day, it is pretty much the majority of the community who are making these awesome levels and publishing them on the servers. So having the things that we need is a massive plus for us and for the future of the game. So maybe just being a bit more active on Discord could help a lot. I can request a bunch of things. Other creators can also request a bunch of nice, cool things, and so on. I think this way we could have a peaceful update schedule for all of the upcoming updates. And for the major updates like 2.3 and so on, well, for these guys, RobTop can basically just freestyle. He can just show us the best of content that he could add. And yeah, I think that would be awesome. I mean, right now we're in the perfect state. We just got an update. So right now things can go in both directions. We can either wait for another 10 years for the next update, or we can just make sure it doesn't happen and we tell Rob to, slow down a bit, add just smaller features that we want as of right now, and yeah, just move on with your life. I think that would be cool. And I would honestly love to hear what you guys think about this suggestion, because this is very important. So to the delay of 2.2 doesn't happen ever again. And yeah, I guess that's it. Make sure to slap that like, subscribe, and also watch the video that is on the screen right now, and I will see you guys there.